WEFM is SVG.
Voice of the Man Bongo Prime representing for Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9.
It is 7:45 and we are back with more talk time here on WEFM's Activated Mornings. This time we are joined by Lyf Compton, who is going to give us some commentary. Good morning to you, Lyf.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
We are all right. We're good. What about you?
I'm good.
Oh, it sounds like it raining where you are. It's raining?
No, I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. So, really, I don't know how you ladies consider yourself. If they describe yourself as radio hosts, social commentator, activist, I don't. But what I want to say this morning is that there are a lot of people on radio that host radio programs and have radio programs. And you hear me right? You hearing me right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. There are the people that are on radio and have radio programs. And they don't seem to think or realize that they have a role to play when disseminating information. So as a result of this lack of knowledge, in some instances, don't care attitude. In other instances, just a agenda to spread mistruths for views and likes and listeners. They say a lot of fake. They spread a lot of fake news. Made popular by Trump, and just basically wrong information. And at times they express some views that are bordering on, for a more politically correct term, retarded. Like it just sounds stupid. So this morning I just want to remind persons who are on radio of their roles when dealing with social commentary, when you have a listening ear, when you give information to the public. You can support a cause. You can disagree with the stance of a party, a political party, of an individual or whatever, without telling lies and spreading misinformation that a lot of times plenty people take it as the truth. And it creates chaos, it creates issues, and it just push narratives that are totally false and counterproductive to any society. So what I'm saying is that as a person who's on radio every day, that knows they have a listenership, some of these people need to just quit with some of the things that they're saying and doing on radio for whatever purpose. I was once told, and this is not nobody telling me, I was once told by one of these persons who has a big listenership on radio, that a lot of things that he says on radio, he doesn't himself believe, but it's all about entertainment. I was told that, and it was a joke. So people have to know who they're listening to, what they're listening to, what they believe, and what they run with when they listen to some of these people. There are quite a few sober presenters on radio. I never really heard you ladies spew ignorance like some of these other people, so I must commend you all on that. But, you know, a social commentator basically has an important role to play in society, analyzing, interpreting, expressing opinions on social, cultural, political, and economic issues. And your goal is really to help the public understand what is happening in your society, not to create chaos and spread false narrative. So that's my contribution this morning. That's what I wanted to say, because I been hearing some disturbing things on radio that I know for fact aren't true, and they have come since, more since the 27th. The 27th date has been announced. If you understand what I mean. So that's my contribution this morning. Just take your role seriously and do what you know is right.
All right.
Basically, that's what I'm saying. So thanks for listening this morning.
All right. Thanks, Lyf.
Yeah.
Drive safely. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
That was Lyf Compton with his morning commentary speaking about the role that radio announcers or hosts have as it relates to engaging with the public. You know, Lyf, one of the things I have to say is a lot of the things that many there's an adjective I'm looking for, but I have to put the right adjective here because I don't want this to come off the wrong way or to be insulting. But there a lot of the things that many people like you would find unattractive and think that should not be on radio and shouldn't really be going on, the majority of the population finds entertaining. You know, that's one of the things that I have heard about many times. People, some radio commenters, the way they behave, the way they talk, the things they say. But people like it. That's really the end of it. You know, people like it, and people tend to tune into this kind of thing more, and they would react more, and they would interact more with this kind of thing. If you look at most of the programs where programs that are really informative, where you can actually sit down and have certain types of discussions, they would not have as much views as the chaotic sort of stuff. But you are correct. We do have a role to play, and whatever information we are giving to the public, we have to make sure that the information is correct. And if at any point we do give information that isn't correct, it is okay to come back and say, listen, yesterday I said so and so, but I need to make a correction, or I have since found out that that is not correct. Yeah.
All right. So it's interesting. He started off asking us, what is our actual job title? Because I suppose many times I actually wonder myself, what is our actual job title, right? We are down as radio announcers, but I think the role of radio announcers has changed over time. All right. We come here and we do commentary on programs. We're not just saying, okay, now we're going to ads, now we're going to play music. That's not what we do. We actually talk on different topics. So we give our commentary on different topics. So I think that whole description of radio announcers now has to change. And many times when persons ask me who I am, I don't always know what to say. I don't always know what to say. All right. Now, one of the things that Lyf says, and you know, I've mentioned it before, and doesn't hurt emphasizing it again. What comes out of our mouths define us. And it's interesting to hear him say that somebody who he spoke to, and you know, I've talked to other persons as well too who are in this same field, that many times they have to go along a particular narrative in order for their program to be entertaining. Mm-hmm. And I personally cannot do that. As I've said before, I don't know if this is going to be my last job, right? Because I've taken it 3 months at a time, truth be told, all right? Reasons for what brought me here in the very first place, I'm taking it 3 months at a time, okay? So the thing of it is that I don't know if this is going to be my last job. I don't know if this is going to be the job that I'm going to be able to hold on to for the next 5 to 10 years or however long. Mm-hmm. So should I have to leave WEFM for whatever reason, given the listenership that we have out there, and I have to apply for a job somewhere else, do I want to be targeted as a person or known as a person who comes on air and just says anything for ratings? As a person who comes on air and spews information that might be questionable? Do I come on air and just spew information that is speculative without finding out background information, source of information, whether or not this information is correct, yes or no? Because at the end of the day, and while it is, yes, I know we are in a very competitive space, right? Morning radio is very competitive. Persons have options of who it is and where they can switch to. And I get it. I get it from a financial standpoint. From the station, I get it. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to me as the individual, persons also have to get it. All right. So we are trying to do our best here to mix both the entertainment, but also to be informative as well. But we recognize that we are in a space where it is competitive. And unfortunately, this is one of those chicken and egg situations where do we say certain things in order to be able to attract the attention of the audience? Or do we do what we would like to hope is the correct thing? Of course, mixing entertainment, of course, mixing informative, and hopefully make a better mark in terms of what it is we put out there for radio programming, for morning programming, right? So I am going to tell everybody it is a challenge. It is very much a challenge, but yeah, right? Do listeners want the entertainment? Do they only just want the entertainment? Are we going to get a wider audience just for the entertainment value, or are we actually going to be doing the right thing by our audience? So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have...
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Is it Lyf or Lila?
Lyf, Lyf, Lyf.
Yes, Lyf. You're spot on this morning. Now, the thing is, you could put a monkey behind a microphone. They're presenters, they're commentators, they're entertainers, and they're clowns. It is not a struggle at all. One has to determine what one wants to be. So, sir, you bang on. If you were in Bermuda, I would treat you to a Bermuda, a traditional Bermuda, and a traditional Bermuda breakfast, which is codfish and potatoes. So you were bang on. We've got presenters, we've got commentators, we've got clowns, and we got, I don't want to use the other word. Could I revisit your what you started on this morning about relationships?
Sure, no problem.
Right. Now, I like to share personal stories. Wednesday, for the last 41 years, has been my date with a married woman. We had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time yesterday. Last night, she really set the contents of my bladder flowing. And you know what? I just went silent. I didn't say anything because she is carrying a lot of baggage. You know, she's got to deal with her personal family issues, and then she got to deal with me. So I just remained silent, simply because I love her. It is no secret that you guys do not love my favorite president, whose name shall remain unmentioned.
You mean Trump?
Well, you said it. But despite that, I love the guy. But I'll tell you something. Let me get to the meat of it and I'll get off. I have one particular sibling who pronounced the curse of God on me because I say I support Donald Trump. I have people who are supposed to be friends who've cut me off completely and tell me I could go to hell because I support Donald Trump. But you know my message to them and to anybody at all who resent me because of my support for Donald Trump or Ralph Gonzalez or Dr. Friday or anybody, you could take a pleasurable trip on a space shuttle. Have a great day, ladies.
All right,
Joshua.
All righty then. I saw somebody else was trying to call. So we are quickly approaching 8 o'clock, and in just a few minutes, as usual on a Thursday, we are going to have our cup chat. So giving you just a couple of seconds to get your call in, and then we will head out. All right then. Now, as it relates to go back to that relationship thing, you know, Joshua ended there by saying that some of his friends cut him off, or people who he held there cut him off because of him saying that he likes Trump. Joshua, I'm not supporting your friends cutting you off, but that's something I can definitely understand, because I would definitely cut, like I said, I would cut people off for their political views, because if...
Oh, you would?
I definitely would. Yeah, because some people behave very foolish. Last election, I looked at a lot of my contacts, and I think those are some of the reasons that added to me just losing interest in even talking about anything political or to just even be involved in it, because their behavior was so despicable, and I didn't expect them to behave like that because I thought they were sensible people. I saw them different, and they weren't as, if I had them up high on a stool, they went down to the floor. I didn't hold them up like that anymore because I didn't like it. And for somebody like Trump, right? Let's use Trump as an example. Now, Trump is taking people that the way that Trump is treating the people he claims to be immigrants when America was, let's not even talk about who are the real immigrants, but the way that Trump is treating people, you can understand how somebody might say, if you are the kind of person that supports somebody who treats people like this, then maybe you're not who I would like to have as a friend. And I could definitely see myself cutting somebody off for something like that. Because if there is a particular, let's say there is a politician who is a known pedophile, and you support this politician, you're like, this is my guy, or this is my gal, it could be a woman. I love them and I support them. I'm going to look at you a certain way, and I may definitely cut you off, because what do you mean you support a pedophile? Then what does, I have to watch myself and my children around you, you know.
Because you're raising something else, and I look it up to see if the person here, no, they're not here, so we're going to steal a little extra time. Okay, so when it comes to their personalities or the things that they do in their personal life, I can totally understand that, right? Not supporting a person based on certain things in their personal life. Or your friend supporting somebody based on something in their personal life. But how about just being dismissive? Can't you just, when it comes to those who are staunch supporters of whichever party, because you said you held them on a pedestal, right? And that's why I looked at you.
But
when
the
you said
way that
you
I saw the way I saw them insulting people, the things they would post, you know, if you're supporting this party, you're dunce and you're this, and we know the nasty things they would say.
That's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah, you're not the kind of person I thought you were. I don't really want to be friends with you if that's how you want to talk to people because they don't support your party.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that they're doing the derogatory thing by pulling down others. I thought you meant like they're holding a position. Let's say ULP is the best.
Oh, nah.
Right. Okay, right. Because I was that's what I'm saying. Because I'm there thinking your friend list must have decreased significantly because yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So when they get personal, that's where you would.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I start looking at like, is that the kind of person you really are? Okay.
All right. Yeah, sorry. Now that she's fully explained herself, folks. All right, we could head on out.
And it's 8:02. We are going out, and our time check came to you by the New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life.